it would be beautiful to see more women in business as entrepreneurs, but not for the price that you work yourself to the bone, that you can't enjoy the gifts of the feminine, which is radiance, beauty and pleasure, just because in order to have a career. It is truly my vision that we can marry those two things. And how beautiful would that be? That we dance more, that we enjoy more, that we love more, and that we feel super powerful, that we get abundant, and that we bring our beautiful gifts into the world. Do you remember the last time that you have danced? For me, when I dance, that's when I feel mostly my feminine. But the last month, I almost have not danced because I was so focused on working. I've been feeling this intense depletion over the last months settling over me. It makes me feel like I have burnout. And then I talk to so many women in my surroundings and they all feel the same way. And so I thought deeply about it and I realized that what is making us sick is working in this heavily masculine way. It makes us totally depleted. And a friend of mine said, it's a collective feminine burnout right now, really showing itself. Why is this such a huge problem? When the whole women's liberation happened in the 50s and women could enter the workplace, it was a huge victory, of course, because suddenly women had much more rights, they were much more free. And yes, we are much more free, we have much more money, we have much more power now. But the problem is that it has been done without any knowledge about what femininity is and what women really need to feel good. It is not natural for us to work like men. Women don't have the same flat energy as men have. We are cyclical beings. We flow with our cycle, but most women have never learned to do that. So they push themselves every single day to be in this masculine energy as men are, and then they wonder why they feel so bad, while for men this seems to be so effortlessly. Of course, part of this is also that right now working culture is quite insane, and also many men experience burnout. So we work too much, that's for sure. And then of course also many people work in simply the wrong job, which completely depletes them, because if you don't do something that brings you natural joy, it takes away so much energy from you. So those are two problems that are both there for men and for women. But what comes on top for women is that most of them have no idea what it means to be in feminine energy and to work in a feminine way, because that would actually be the answer to not be so depleted from being always in this pushing masculine mode. So the feminine is quite simply the opposite to the masculine. Where the masculine is pushing forward and wanting to achieve something, having a goal, the feminine is really the opposite. It's much more about desiring. What do I desire in this moment? And then rest peacefully and magnetize those desires towards us. Does this sound completely crazy to you? Yes, I can imagine, because no one has ever told you, right? In the whole self-development field, the only thing we ever hear is, go get it, you can do it, just push yourself hard enough and you can do anything. But for us women, this mostly doesn't work, and if it works, very often we pay a high price with burnout, with maybe having lots of issues with our female organs, heavy period pains, heavy migraines, all this kind of stuff. So I invite you now to make sure that you rest lots. Resting is so important for us women. And you can schedule your work in a way that you are going to do more when you're ovulating, so the part of your cycle when you actually would be able to get pregnant, because this is your high energy time, and you rest more when you have periods. So this is just a real general way of looking at it, because we as women as a collective have to really think, how can we do it differently? How can we actually create a work environment that works for us? And I'm not at all saying that we are less capable than men. it's a different way, it's a different kind of power that we have as women. So we have to get incredibly creative. And right now, I don't have all the answers. This is something that I'm just playing with right now in my own work life. But it would be an incredible service that our generation does for our daughters, because it would be beautiful to see more women in business as entrepreneurs, but not for the price that you work yourself to the bone, that you can't enjoy the gifts of the feminine, which is radiance, beauty and pleasure, just because in order to have a career. It is truly my vision that we can marry those two things. And how beautiful would that be? That we dance more, that we enjoy more, that we love more, and that we feel super powerful, that we get abundant, and that we bring our beautiful gifts into the world. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this message reaches so many sisters. I love you all. I feel deeply, deeply connected with you with all my heart. Bye bye.